to Vinyl Intellect, our headliner. Give it up. All right.
Thank you. How y'all doing tonight? My pleasure to be here. I want to take y'all on a journey. So, I'm going to read a few poems for y'all. And the journey I'm going to take y'all on is a personal life journey. Now, this is going to take y'all from a very dark place where I was to the place where I am now, which is filled with love, joy, brightness, light, connection, community, and fun. So, growing up as a young man during the 80s and the 90s, I grew up in a segregated town in New York, Long Island, called North Babylon. And I grew up on the white side of town. I'm half Puerto Rican, I'm half black. And I wasn't black enough for the black kids because I was on the wrong side of town. I wasn't white, so the white kids treated me basically how you would treat someone with glasses or someone with braces. Not necessarily being racist towards me, but you know, I was different. So I wasn't really accepted. And for the Latinos sprinkled about North Babylon here and there, I just wasn't Puerto Rican enough. I didn't know, I grew up with the black side of my family. My father was out when I was very young. I didn't know the language, I didn't know the food. So I wasn't really Spanish. So I felt very stuck in between. So the first poem I'll read for you now will illustrate that experience, and it's called The In-Between. Not white, not black, not accepted, rejected, misunderstood, misrepresented. I am in between. Not seen, not heard, not seeing those who see and hear me. See me, hear me scream. Within the in-between. Confused why I'm starved, also desperate for a drink of water, wanting to deny half of me, while now accepting any of me. But I feel my own feelings. Now, what you believe I should feel, what is real, what is not real, within the in-between. I am dead and dismissed by you. I am all that you hate. I am all that you want to be, yet all that you despise. To you, I am a vile, vile thing, sitting here where you have put me, within the in-between. Thank you. So growing up as a young man, I started to build this identity. And it was this identity of someone who just wasn't enough. You're too this, you're too that. You're not enough this, you're not enough that. You walk funny, you're too skinny, blah, 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 blah. So I started to build this identity within myself that I just wasn't enough. But something deep inside told me that's not true. So as a teenager, going to a young man in my early 20s, I started becoming enraged. I had this duality within me. Oh, you're not enough. You're not shit. That's not true. That rage started to build. I started to become embittered. So this next poem I'll share with you is titled Just That. It will illustrate that point in my life. This one is called Embittered. So you want to know the hell that swells inside my head since I've arrived in this brutal environment that resented I survived 9 months with my mother. I swear they don't want me alive because the hostility they brought before me to this day, sometimes it has me break out in hives. I see through the eyes of a tired man, but I deny the rest that he demands. When I see the prize, who I am, but the hell inside my head swells as I look around and I surmise I am defeated by refuse to lie down. I am depleted by refused restoration. I move forward with a frown. I have made what is to be life, what is supposed to be fun, life and death. I fear the dark and the monsters beneath my bed, yet I stand in front of you, fearless as a man is supposed to be. I rest my head My rest is planned when I have all that I want or when I am dead from trying to achieve my goals. I run against a brick wall, bloody from head to toe, but I keep drinking water just to stay hydrated. I am a corpse of a man, a skull for a face, already dead, but I refuse the reality. I am a shell, but on the inside, there is beauty waiting to be expressed. You don't deserve my expression. I shall teach you all who have heard me, a lesson. I hold myself in pain and place. The places I could have been, the people I could have met, the experiences I could have had. Yet I continue reaching for ghosts in the future from a past that can never be recovered. I am death. I have become it within my own dying. I bring you hate and resentment from a heart long restrained. I am only interested in your suffering in the name of my wants and in the ways that I am vain. I feel only my desire, and when it is fulfilled, I feel a moment's relief before the emptiness returns. This is the hell that I experience daily, living within my mind, fouled by betrayal and riddled with fear. Only rage brings me to light. I'll happily watch you fall so I can prevail. Thank you, that was embittered. So as life goes on, I fall in love. I start going to college, and I start studying graphic design. There was a woman named Courtney who I started dating, and then later on become my wife. We were invincible until we weren't. We got married in 2002, and she got pregnant during our honeymoon, and she suffered from postpartum depression. Now, we didn't know much about it back in those days, so she suffered alone. And when she couldn't handle it anymore, we had 2 children, both of them diagnosed with autism, one of them with extreme autism, nonverbal. She turned to the bottle, and I couldn't understand why. So as our alcoholism started to tear our family apart, I couldn't understand why she would do that. Until I myself had to start to struggle with addiction. And then when I started struggling with addiction, I started to understand. So this one is called Addict to Addict. The sinking perception of deception, the inception of sickness you've allowed into our lives. I have no energy to explain, so thank God for abbreviations like I've seen the best. From the summer of 1999 to the summer of your death. 16 years to blow up a life. 1 kid, 2 kids, autism diagnosis, no more fight. The plan for our future, our invincibility together, no longer in sight. And you are no longer here. There were bone fragments in your ashes, I hear. All that was left of you until your resurrection according to your beliefs. But being out there fucking and sucking and pill popping on alcoholic binges wasn't a part of that. All sins are forgiven in death. So while I have forgiven who is no longer here, I must learn to forgive who is. Now I face the same demon that cut you down. Oh, how beautiful you are. I poured all into you to see you no longer be you. And I blame me as you blamed me for the decision you made. My mom warned me. She warned me of people with shit in my toilet. Tell me it was my shit, and then tell me how to flush it. But you're not here anymore. I'm sitting here. No, I'm lying here with my dick in my hand, trying to understand. Who were you? Oh, now I get it. Interracial, BBC, anal. Type it in, and away I go. Oh, now I know. Sexaholics Anonymous, essay, another day. I get it. The pain, the emptiness, another day. Now I know. Thank you. So, life goes on. Unfortunately, my ex-wife was an alcoholic. She passed away, unfortunately. We got divorced in 2015. She passed in that year. She left behind two beautiful children, my sons, Juan III and Julian. I'm proud to say that both are now grown men that I've raised, and I'm so proud of them both. Thank you. So after a little stint working as a store manager at GameStop, in my mid-30s, I left GameStop, fired, and I went back to school and became a graphic designer. Raised my two sons up, and it was hard as hell. So I didn't know what to do. I said, I gotta figure this shit out. I gotta support these kids. I'm a single father. I gotta figure this shit out. And I just couldn't. I was scared of my damn mind. So I put on a mask so I can handle this new world. And when I did so, when I was right around the pandemic, I thought I had everything I want. I had the perfect graphic design job. I thought it was the perfect girl, moved in with her. It was 2020, pandemic hit, it all fell apart. My ex, unfortunately, turned out to be narcissistic, and she was kind of embarrassed to admit as a man, abusive towards me. I had to leave that relationship. I was let go of my perfect job during the pandemic, furloughed, of course, and I was alone. I had to move into a one-bedroom apartment, actually a studio, and it was roach infested, and it was just me. And I had to figure it out. So during that time period, I also found God. And when I found God, God asked me to connect to my true self. So after 5 years of studying self-help, therapy, discovering a beautiful community, discovering a beautiful love in my life, I'm proud to say that I did just that. I dropped the mask and I discovered my true self. And this poem is about that experience because as I discovered my true self, then God asked me, reconnect to your true power. I believe in spirit animals, so I connected to the power of the leopard. After meditation, I came out the meditation with these words going through my head. Birth of the spider, return of the leopard. So I looked at the leopard. The leopard means to reconnect to your inner power. So this poem is called Power Animal. What is it like to have a leopard in your midst? To have him walk by with a cool stride and a gaze of death. I am the leopard. I hunt my food and kill with enjoyment. I am satisfied with blood in my breath dripping from my tongue. I sleep under the night sky, stars visible from end to end. I fuck because I desire. I am dangerous, untamed. I am lethal, untrained. I am careless with your life. I am always hungry. I am always thirsty. This I am willing to believe. I am power. Thank you. So, after this, I started to feel much better in my life. I started to realize, oh, I like me. I like this guy. I like this guy who I really am. Fuck that other guy I was trying to be. And I started to do that. I was like, you know what? I need to start reconnecting to people. I need to start to find people who are like-minded to me. I need to find people who I want to be around and I resonate with. So one day I decided to go down to a free yoga class down at Kava Culture, thank you. Down at Kava Culture, it was about in 2023 or so. And I discovered Kava bars. I didn't even know what a Kava was. I drank it, I remember it tasted disgusting. I was like, ooh, what is this? And then we went out and did yoga outside. Our yoga instructor, Gabby, and I just felt so good. I felt connected to everybody. And I was conversating, and I just never thought that I could be that open with people. And so when I started to discover these Kava bars, I started to attend them more regularly. And so one day, I was down on Dale Mabry at Ritual Kava Lounge. I go to their silent disco every full moon. And I was down there, and I met this girl. And her name is Angela. And we started talking, we hit it off a little bit. We started dating. And then she told me, hey, listen, while we was talking, I was like, hey, listen, I need you to come with me to this place because I think it's gonna really resonate with you. And I said, okay, cool. She said, it's called Sacred Space. Sacred Space Tampa. So I said, okay, yeah, I'll go down there with you. I can't afford anything because I'm broke, but when we go down to this place, I can go with you. She said, don't worry about it, the first drink's for free. So I said, okay, I'll come with you. And so now this poem is about how I discovered my community. This poem is called Unconditional Love. Unconditional love, I found it in the silence. Freedom how you was, I was on cannabis. We spoke the tongue of spiritual awakening. I thought it was a language I could only speak in solitude. Then you told me irrefutably I finally manifested what I've been looking for. Not too long ago, I was at such a financial strait that $5 was a bar of entry. You told me to come anyway, not to worry because I needed to meet my destiny. Don't mind if I name drop, but I pulled up nervously to the house of Jason and Carrie. She looked me in my eyes and greeted me, telling me First Kava's in the house. He came up to me, not knowing me, hugged me and said, we hug heart to heart here. And I said internally, oh, without a doubt, how could you love me if you don't know me? I met others so lovely, from Heath to Courtney. I made new friends instantly, sat around the fire and cut cords with trauma with Chloe. I found home in a stranger's backyard. Thank you, folks. And this is my community right here, Sacred Space Tampa. And a shout out right here to Jason and Carrie. I love you both. Y'all my family. I healed in your very backyard. Thank you so much. And if y'all ever want to check it out, come down Thursdays. You can find them online. Sacred Space Tampa on either Instagram or Facebook. Love to see y'all there. So, as I started to open up, found community, and started to heal myself as a man, I started, going out a little bit more and hanging out a little bit more. My relationship with Angela deepened. And, we started let's go to these little open mics and stuff like that. Let's go check these out. Angela talking about this guy she met down at Sacred Space. He said, oh, he's really cool. He's doing this open mic out at Riverview. Let's go check it out. I said, cool. So, of course, he's not here tonight. I was kind of hoping he would make it. But this goes out to all my, what I want to call my homies. I'm going to call them, we're grown men now, my grownies. So all that are here right now that I'm connected with, this goes out to all of y'all. So this one is called To My Number One Grownies. I met you at the open mic at Coffee. I still had a black eye from the EDM mosh pit going wrong. I heard your love song. I heard your love sing a beautiful song, but the song of your passionate heart caught my attention. You told a story coming from Cali to Florida as an ascension. This place that I was trying to escape, you talked about with reverence. And I reverentially vibe with your mission statement. Brother Tampa needs you. May the soul of God feed you. On your mission, I support you 100%. I have joined a new community. The Renaissance of Tampa has begun. I am privileged to be a part of it. I'll support your efforts like you're my own son. Plus every artist that is a part of this. This is a beautiful creation of the spirit, a holy conglomerate. That goes out to all y'all artists that come to these open mics. I love all y'all. Thank you for letting me share that. So as time goes on, as time goes on, I found myself in a place of love and joy and peace and happiness that I've never experienced in my life. Maybe not since I was a little child. And it just keeps going and going. So, now some of y'all who might know me from these stages might have heard me read this poem a few times. I wrote this a love poem I wrote for my love, Angela. And I'm gonna read it tonight in conclusion. And I would like to invite her on the stage. Join me. So it's a love poem I wrote for Angela. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2. And this one is called In Love. Reflecting that we are the best parts of me. God moved us together at the speed of light despite.
We said, let's take it slowly.
All things are clear when you are here, and the universe can hear. Our souls spiraling together.
Together perhaps forever, but in the forever we long to eternally.
Before we were even born, we planned to meet in the physical.
Star children that landed on Earth, birth, and divine timing to make sure we met each other.
We waited patiently before I lay with you.
Lovemaking is the best because our souls participate in the act.
Plus you satisfy every desire, as a matter of fact. I suppose I'll do the same for you, judging from the moans and the screams.
But listen to me. The meaning of skin is the deepest meaning to a means to an end, the end to becoming one.
If we were still fertile, we'd already have a son. Who would have came in through us?
A divine entity with beauty beyond compare, smooth hair, with skin milky brown and fair.
Whether they were male or female, many would want to participate in the physical and share. So to conclude on the internal subject of our love, I love you. That's all that matters.
Let's continue to find the feel-good in between us.
For that is where we will find God. I love you. Thank you, everybody. My name is Juan, aka Vital Intellect. I love you all. Thank you so much for this time and this opportunity. Malay, I love you so much. Thank you for this opportunity. God bless all y'all. Good night. Peace.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much.